Welcome to KetoMealsAndRecipes.com. Today I'm making sugar cookies that make amazing cutout cookies for any special occasion. Today we're making Christmas cookies. As well as being keto, this recipe is also sugar-free and gluten-free. The macronutrient ratio for this recipe is 2.8 to 1, with 1.9 grams of total carbs, 1.4 grams of dietary fiber, resulting in 0.5 grams of net carbs per cookie. After assembling all my ingredients, I begin by preparing the dry ingredients first. The order you add the dry ingredient doesn't matter. To start, I place a fine sieve over a deep mixing bowl. I pour the almond flour into the sieve. Then I added the whey protein isolate, salt, baking powder, glucomannan powder. Use a whisk or spatula so as you're stirring, the dry ingredients will pass and aerate as they go through the sieve. Discard any granules that are too large to go through the sieve. Stir to combine the dry ingredients in the bowl and set aside for a moment. If you're using a stand mixer, you will use the paddle attachment for the rest of the steps. Into the stand mixer bowl, first add the unsalted butter, which is at room temperature. Beat the butter at medium speed until it is smooth and the color has become a much lighter pale yellow. This will take about 2 to 3 minutes. Add the first of the 2 room temperature eggs and beat again until the egg has been incorporated into the batter. Don't forget to scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl once in a while and add the second egg. Beat until it too has been incorporated into the butter. You will notice that the mixture looks curdled. Don't worry, that's exactly how it should look at this point. Just a reminder to stop and scrape the bowl again before you add the vanilla extract and the confectionery sweetener. So that your sweetener does not create a dust storm, use a spatula to combine all the ingredients. Then resume mixing at low speed. Start adding the dry ingredients about 1 cup at a time, beating until all of your ingredients have been added to the butter mixture. Continue beating for 2 to 3 minutes to ensure a really creamy, even texture and to ensure all the ingredients are well combined. You will now notice that the cookie dough is very soft but has a silky and smooth texture. Because I'm going to make cutout cookies, this dough has to be refrigerated. Although some people like to form it into a large brick and wrap it with cling wrap and then place it in the refrigerator, I have found a shortcut that I would like to share with you. I put a long sheet of parchment paper on my work surface. Then I place a second sheet of parchment paper on top of the dough. I flatten the dough a bit with my hands. I lay down 2 painter's sticks as my guide. These sticks are placed over the top of the parchment, close enough together so that my rolling pin can easily glide over the sticks. In other words, so the distance between the sticks is slightly shorter than the length of my rolling pin. I then roll until the cookie dough has been pressed out as much as it will go at the thickness of the painter sticks. You'll find that this is an absolutely perfect thickness to make cutouts with this keto sugar cookie dough. At this thickness, you'll find that the cookies will be crispy while having a nice, somewhat fluffy texture. Now that your dough has been rolled out, remove the painter sticks and slide the parchment sheet with the dough onto your cookie sheet and refrigerate for 3 to 4 hours, or if you can, overnight. This will allow the dough to get to the perfect consistency that makes cutouts very easy to do. When your dough has been chilled and you're ready to make the cutouts, slide the parchment from the sheet and back onto your work surface. Also, reline the cookie sheet with a fresh sheet of parchment. Remove the top parchment sheet and with your chosen cutout, press out the shapes in a way that will maximize how many cookies you can arrange on the dough surface. Then carefully remove the extra dough around the cutouts. This extra dough can be re-rolled, re-chilled, and reused. When you've isolated your cutouts, carefully slide the spatula under the cookie shape and place on the parchment-lined cookie sheet. Leave a bit of space between each cookie. When you have arranged as many cookie cutouts as you can fit without crowding the cookies, place the cookie sheet into the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. This step is important. The chilling will help the cookies maintain their shapes and prevent them from spreading out during baking. While your cutouts are chilling, preheat your oven to 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit. After 20 minutes, place the cookie sheet in the middle position of your oven and bake for 8 to 10 minutes. Watching your baking time is really important. Do not bake for any longer than I've indicated. When you take your cookies out of the oven, the cookies will look very pale and still be a bit raw looking. That's exactly what you want. After removing them from the oven, leave the cookies on the tray until they've cooled to a room temperature. Because of the internal heat of the cookies, they will keep baking as they cool down and will get to a nice solid consistency. When your cookies are cool, use your spatula and carefully move the cookies onto a cooling rack and let them cool and crisp. I found that my cookies needed about 8 hours to get to the absolute perfect texture and crispiness. You'll find that these cookies are absolutely delicious without any icing at all. But if you do want to decorate them, I will show you how to make sugar-free royal icing and show you how I decorated a few of my cookies. I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Until next time, thank you for watching and see you next time. For your convenience, I will post the link to the cookie cutters I used as well as the link for the printable recipes in the description below and in my blog.